What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916 with Prison Talk Live. How you guys holding up out there, man? How's everybody doing? What's up with everybody in the house? Who we have online? Hey, man, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, man. We keeping it 100 on this channel with the real. And we want to make sure you guys are informed and on point with what's going on out there. You know, I had a good workout today, man. Actually, doing some things that kind of stay healthy and, trying to get my mind clear, stay positive, stay spiritual. And I think that's the key to coming out positive out of this whole situation. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there being said, and it's hard to distinguish what's real, what's not real. But you guys, you got to think out the box, man. You got to really take the time to, do your research and ask yourself if something is really what you think it is, or if it's some bull. Big Hurt 916, what's up, man? Thanks for the donation, man. I was trying to do a live stream on Instagram too, but it looked like it's giving me problems. So let me switch it up and add a live to Facebook here real quick. What the hell is going on? This thing is hella slow. I want to share with you guys something I thought was interesting. I know a lot of you guys are watching the news and stuff like that and looking at all these crazy numbers, but I want to share something with you so that you can I can get your opinion on it. I'm gonna try to reset this other phone so I can have Instagram going. But somebody pointed out something to me today I thought was pretty interesting on a website, and I'm about to put you up on game. You guys make sure you also check out Big Herc 916. You know, I've been doing a lot of positive and motivational stuff on that channel, trying to keep everybody laced up. And all around the board, man, I just try to keep the information flowing. Me and Big Ant, we've been dropping some heat with the prison talks, really hitting on some pretty deep topics. And we want to keep everybody informed as far as, stuff that a lot of people don't like to talk about. So let me try this again and see if I can get Instagram on deck. Okay, I got Instagram on deck now. All right. So what I want to share with you guys. So I'm just on YouTube right now and Instagram Live, and I want to show you guys something. I want you guys to go to cdc.gov. Go to cdc.gov website. Check that out. It's cdc.gov. Everybody go to that website real quick. And I want you to check that out. Let me see if you guys can get a good look at that. Okay, cdc.gov. Basically, this website will tell you about the coronavirus disease 2019. Now, this website was last updated March 18th, 2020. March 18th, 2020. So, get a good look at that. You guys look at that website. Now, scroll up. If you scroll up the website, you'll see states reporting cases. You guys see that? States reporting cases. Now, I'm going to go past that. And it says COVID-19 cases, United States by date, illness, onset January 12, 2020 to March 17th, 2020. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. The CDC.gov website. This is a government website. This is no, it's not a conspiracy website. CDC.gov. Now, when you go up here, underneath it says COVID-19 cases in the United States by date of illness. Look at that. Look at that. Check it out. Right? Look at that, right? So, as you scroll to your right, it'll tell you the dates. It starts off with 112. It starts off with 112, and then it goes and tells you 121, there is one case, 122, one case. You keep scrolling. You guys scroll like this. Scroll this way, scroll to the right. And when you hit March, let's say February 20th, there was 10 cases. 10 cases. Now, you keep going. February 26th, they had 51 cases. The 28th of February, 61. You keep going. March 4th, there was 104. March 8th, 105. March 10th, 117. You guys see that? March 10th. Look at that. Big Hurt, what's up, man? Thanks for the donation. Who's running the yard at Sheridan? Hey, man, I don't know, and I don't care because I'm free. As free as I can be given the circumstances. So, now when you keep scrolling over, you guys, look at 313, 27 cases, 314, 10 cases, 315, 0. 316, 0. 317, 0. Look at that. Look at that. Fruits 8, Mass Splitter, thanks for that, man. Donation. Look at that. There's 0 cases in the last 4 days. So, you tell me what the hell is the news talking about? What are they talking about, man? What are they feeding us? What are they feeding us? Big Hurt, you a big dumb man. You started off cool, man. Thanks for your donation, but nobody cares about dumb comments either, man. Come on, bro. We ain't here for that. If nobody cares, why are you even on here talking then? You started off cool and you turned into be an asshole. So I'm just trying to tell you, put you on. If nobody cares, then get the hell off the channel. I'm just telling you, a lot of people will run around acting like damn fools when this is just a situation where you got to keep it pushing. That's all I'm saying. A lot of you guys, get caught up in it, and I'm trying to tell you there's something bigger out there. So, hey, do what you're going to do, man. You know what I mean? Since you don't want to be smart about the situation. I just tried to lace you up. Simon, thanks for the donation, brother. I'm not reading you fear. I'm telling you there's no cases in the last 4 days. So I'm saying if you go to the CDC website, they're telling you something totally different than what the news is saying. That's all I'm saying. And amid the situation, figure out a way that you can try to make the best out of it and come out of this thing smelling like roses. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You guys, I'm just trying to put a little lace up in your world because a lot of you are looking at the wrong thing and it's got you running around in circles. So, yeah, they are testing to see how people are gonna, I guess, deal with stuff like this, and that's what it is, man. But I'm just trying to share with you guys that website is a government website, and it has all the information there. So I just want to kind of give you guys a little heads up on that so that you can see what's up, man. That's all. So I hope I informed you guys. A lot of people, they'd rather talk about busting cheeks and they ain't even getting no money. So I thought I'd lace you up a little bit, but we'll keep it pushing. So what's on your mind, man? Hey, Nunez, thanks for the donation. Big Hurst, what are your thoughts on martial law? Total wag the dog, total smoke screen, converse the front, get your yard time. I agree, man. I agree. I think there's a smoke screen. I think there's a lot of other things taking place. A lot of people are just reacting. They're not thinking. And, hey, man, you guys know what's up. I'm not here to try to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. Make your own choice, man. I haven't seen any autopsies of any of the people, but they haven't really interviewed anybody who's recovered that I've seen. They're not talking about the people who had the virus and who's recovered. Where are those people at? Let's talk to them. You know what I mean? What's going on with the people who have, supposedly in the hotter regions not had any symptoms? I mean, what's up with that? So, what's the real as far as this whole situation at the end of the day? So, do I believe in the New World Order? Well, conspiracy stuff. Hey, man, I've read a lot of things in my time, and, I keep an open mind, put it that way. I don't buy the first thing they show me. Zephyr Records, thanks for the donation. We're not going to talk about like homosexual stuff on here, man. I mean, if you're into whatever you're into, more power to you. Hey, whatever your sexual preference is, man, but we're not on that kind of time over here, brother. Mike F., thanks for the donation. What's the possibility of this being a bioweapon from China? Who benefits from all this? I don't know, man. That's the thing you guys need to ask yourself. Who benefits from the economy tanking? I mean, there was a trade war going on. There's an oil war going on with Russia in the Middle East. We have there was an attack on a British and military base in the Middle East. They're doing airstrikes. I heard on that. What's really going on, man? What's the benefit of all these different economies being hit? You talking about the working class, a lot of people, kids not in school, a lot of people having to, take off time from work. There's a lot of stuff, man. I mean, even if they gave everybody $5,000, what is that going to do? At the end of the day, $5,000? I mean, come on, man. What is that going to do? Jero Tellies, something's going to happen. The government's getting a lot in sales tax from people overbuying things. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the small of it. I think the big of it is that there's something else. The government, who historically speaking is large, untrustworthy, now asks you once again just to trust us. They're here to help the people, planet alike. Please. Yeah, I agree. Big Herc, you know about 5G? Yeah, I don't trust 5G. 5G is what they're, people don't really know what's up with 5G. They think, oh man, 5G, I got faster internet, blah, 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 you know what I mean? And it's bigger than that. Faster internet, tracking you, you're talking about a frequency that's 15,000 times stronger than what you currently have on your phone right now. I don't know if you guys realize how that could affect the body, what's going on with that. There's a lot of things, man. I don't know. I read a lot of stuff about 5G, and I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. And like I said, Gerardo, I think it's interesting with the taxes, but I think it's bigger than that. There's something going on with the economics, and nobody's talking about that. Ninja Lee, thanks for the donation. It's the biggest wealth transfer to the 1%. Definitely a lot of wealth being transferred. You guys, I don't know if you're hip to like investing, if you guys have diversified into silver or gold. Right now, I mean, it's a money grab for a lot of different things, resources. They said Uber is buying up allegedly a lot of the airline stocks. They're going to be trying to control a big sector of the airline market after this. They said a lot of people are trying to consolidate travel, whether it be the cruise lines as far as buying up shares. A lot of the major travel stocks have plummeted, and so people are buying it up. People who have been leveraged on the market are getting called, so they're having to come up with money to pay off whatever they owe. There's a lot of things going on, man. Somebody says gold going back as currency. If that happens, you guys better hurry up and get on it, because right now we're not being backed by gold. We're being backed by consumer confidence. So if they toss in another 1.5 trillion into the economy, how you think that's going to look with the dollar? What do you think the dollar is going to be worth? You guys got to really think about that. Airline stocks are down as hell. 30 days, 125 could turn to 300 for beginners. I agree. There's a lot of things going on with the market right now that you got to really be paying attention to, and it's going to make a big turn. These couple of weeks of basically self-isolation that they're imposing. Think about this, man. When have you ever heard of there being closing down Las Vegas? How much money do you think the casinos are losing? Not to mention all the trade shows, March Madness. Think about this, man. How much money you think right now? Just forget the coronavirus. Forget the coronavirus. Let's talk about travel, and let's talk about Las Vegas. Let's talk about sports. How much money right now you think daily is being lost in the economy? Also through just general working, manufacturing. How much money you guys think? Mike F., what do you know about Bohemian Grove? Explain to others about it if you could. Mike F., man, you sharp dude, brother. Bohemian Grove, a lot of people don't know. Bohemian Grove is where a lot of elite politicians, they say, allegedly go and participate in certain, what they say are paganistic rituals, which involve a lot of sexual things. You can look it up, Bohemian Grove. People have reported on it. I think David Icke reported on it, talked about it. It's real. And I don't know the extent of it. I've never been there. Like I said, I've just read and heard about it. So, man, it's going to be interesting. Somebody said next 48, 72 hours, all domestic flights are going to be grounded. I was told this today. Who knows? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff. I never thought I would see anything like this. The closest thing I've seen to something like this was the 24. Remember the show 24? And the guy's running around and he got 24 hours to try to save the world. And you got all these situations. I mean, I used to watch that in the can. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And now here we are. We got a real life 24, man. This shit is crazy, man. Hey, Swole ass JJ, thanks for the donation. How is it irresponsible? If they're diagnosed, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying they're not going to push through. All I'm saying is the CDC website is telling you what the hell's going on. You guys act like I'm telling you a lie. I'm not saying enemy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's a farce, it doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying keep your mind open. If you don't want to keep your mind open, people are going to get sick, yeah. Is there coronavirus? Yeah. Is there people that are going to die? Yeah. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. All I'm saying is that you never heard of a virus where they shut the world down. Have you? Come on, man. Wake up. You sitting there, it's real? Yeah. Are they going to pull through? If they're healthy, most likely. If you look at who's being affected, who's not recovering, it's people with respiratory issues. You guys act like there was a flu around here about 6 months ago. Man, all kind of people had died. Nobody said nothing about that. Nobody said nothing about all the people that died off the last flu or all the people that were missing last year. Nobody said nothing about that. Come on, man. Wake up, man. I mean, I'm not saying what's real and what's not real, Pick your juice, man. I don't know what happens when the coronavirus gets in prison. I heard they're locking down all the prisons. They don't want to let nobody in, so they don't want to get infected. And 18K, 4 Americans died a month from a flu, 16 weekend, they didn't shut any. In 2018, 4,000 Americans died in a month from the flu for 16 weeks, and they didn't shut down anything. What does that tell you, man? Somebody said right here, in 2018, 4,000 Americans died a month for 16 weeks, and nobody said anything. They didn't shut down, nothing. 4,000 people a month. 2018, I mean, what happened? You guys, why did they shut down the economy then? You tell me. I mean, that's pretty violent. 4,000 people a month? Come on, man. You know, you guys, what kind of juice are you drinking out there? Somebody else says it has to do with the elections. You know, you tell me. Big Herc, recommend reading the 411 series. It's a book series about missing people in national parks. Very interesting. Hey, man, I heard last year there was over 800,000 children that went missing and nobody's saying anything. What's going on with that? So, hey, man, I just say keep an open mind. Keep an open mind and just think outside the box. And they're giving tickets like I don't know. I work for a beer distributing company, and a Corona is a beer we distribute. But that person smokes crack. 20-30 Americans die a year from the flu yearly. 20-30,000. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers of how many people die a month. I can't tell you. All I know is that, you know, you guys got to wake up, man, and you got to just, you know, think outside the box, man, and prepare yourself financially so that you could take care of your family. I mean, to me, this hurts the working class. I feel for anybody who has to work 2 jobs, people who depend on a check every week. What's going on with those people? Would I interview wonderful Bob, thanks for the donation. Would you interview a serial killer? I really have a serial killer, why would I give him the platform? I mean, I don't want that type of evil to use our platform to disseminate their whatever their actions were. I think it's bad energy. So I don't think we would want to interview a serial killer. Is it a good time to invest in cryptocurrency? It's hard to say, man. All my cryptocurrencies right now are in the shitter. You know, I spread out some of my investments among other things. So I would say, you know, if you are investing right now, you know, just do your homework. Look into some different options as far as whether it's you know, platinum, gold, silver, whatever the case may be, and just watch the market. I mean, man, the way, like I said, some of these stocks when they bounce back, and the way the Dow Jones is moving right now, it's a money grab. A lot of people are really making some big moves, and you know, that's all I'm saying, man. You know, I'm not trying to tell people there is no coronavirus. I'm not trying to convince you that, hey, man, you can't get sick. Anybody's vulnerable, you know, who is just like the flu. I mean, man, when they have flu season, I mean, I had a little bout with it. So all I'm saying is take care of yourself. You know, I think a lot of the digital currencies, it's going to be interesting to see how they pull out of this. Silver's on a big dip. Yeah, I just looked at that yesterday. It's pretty low right now. Somebody said invest in art. With the Dow down in this state, crypto will stay down. I agree. Crypto is not going to jump back until the Dow jumps back. When the Dow starts moving up, and you see the market shift, crypto is going to jump. Crypto kind of mimics the market as far as in the same sense as liquidity, and the fact that, you know, you got to have confidence in people spending in order for there to be money made. So look at that. Buy put options. All you need to know how to trade options. Yeah, options, you can short the market. People are making a lot of money short right now, going long. So, you know, if you know how to invest, there's always money to be made. Big Herc, what they ain't telling us is that 80,000 people have recovered from the coronavirus. Hey, think about that, you guys. Somebody said 80,000 people have recovered from the coronavirus. Why haven't we talked to those 80,000 people? Why aren't they interviewing the people who survived, the people who are now healthy and what they went through? I think that would be pretty interesting for us to get the insight of the people who actually survived the coronavirus and what they have to say about it. What do you think? Do you think more people practice good hygiene plus immunize themselves, there would be less flu? I don't believe in immunizations. I'm not getting no vaccination. I don't believe in that, man. I think that's also fear-based. And the thing is, as human beings, we've evolved over centuries to become who we are. We're creatures who have dealt with all type of plagues, viruses, bacteria. So this is nothing new. So for bodies to fight off something is natural, but to think that we need to get some type of chemical in our body, I don't believe it, man. Hygiene, I believe in. No vaccination. Wash your ass. I'll say it again. Wash your ass and wash your hands after you wash your ass. And when I say wash your ass, I mean wash your body. Take a shower. A lot of you guys are filthy animals. There's a lot of people out there who never wash, who got all type of stuff. I mean, it's sad that some people don't even have access to water. And I believe everybody should at least have access to bathing. And if you can't bathe, I mean, man, you know, that's one of the biggest things. I mean, you're passing on germs. I mean, how many people wash their hands with soap? People run water in their hands. They ain't use no soap. But I don't believe in vaccinations, man. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm not doing no vaccinating. Emil, thank you. Mayev, thanks for the donation. Do prison guards promote cheek busting? I've never seen one promoted. Chinese vet markets? I don't know anything about that. How much would you use to invest? You got to invest according to what you're willing to risk. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. So when you talk about investing, you're speculating. You know, and if we all had the crystal ball and we could predict different things, you know, it would be, you know, you could say guaranteed, but there's nothing that's guaranteed. So I would only risk what you're able to risk and not be hit financially. So think about that, man. I know these people always like talking about homosexual stuff, man. I don't get it, man. You young guys on here, man, get off the butt fetish, man. You guys stop thinking about another man doing something. Think about women. Most of you guys need to go get some ass, man. You know what I mean? You probably never had your little Peter and some coochie. You know, this is the time while you're sitting at home to go and hook up, man. Bust some cheeks, man. Get you a female and put the pounding down. All you guys out there who are virgins, who can't get no ass, take the time to wash your ass, clean your hygiene up, call you somebody and watch some Netflix and get your willy wet, man. Get your little Peter dipped in some sauce. You know what I mean? Put it down, man. Beat a hammer for once. A lot of you guys are so lame because you're playing video games. Go put your hammer down and let her know that you're the man. You know what I'm saying? Jameson Shipley, thanks for the donation. Thanks for all you do to keep kids out of trouble. Hey, man. Hey, bless you, brother. I mean, that's the ultimate objective. You know, sometimes I clown on here, but the ultimate objective is not to glorify anything that's negative, but to give you information so that you can stay out the way. Don't go to prison, man. Mike F., thanks for the donation. What do you know about Jekyll Island and the Fed Reserve? I've read a lot about the Fed Reserve. I'm familiar with how the monetary system works. I've read a lot of books. I don't want to get into that too deep here because it's beyond a lot of these people's comprehension, and I don't want to get our channel flagged because a lot of people couldn't really handle what really goes on as far as how money works and how the system is, how wealth is transferred. So yeah, man, I'm right with you there. I've read a lot of things about, you know, and as far as Jekyll Island and tying into the money system. I read a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff I remember, some of the stuff I vaguely remember, but I have a whole bookshelf of books and stuff I've studied and The red pill is a wake-up call. And to be honest, a lot of people don't want that red pill. They're comfortable driving around in their nice car, you know what I mean, living off of credit, flossing, buying fancy stuff, and that's all they care about. A lot of people don't want to know about how things work. You know what I mean? How do you invest in gold? Some people like gold stocks. You know, I would say go get real gold. Go down to your local gold market, and you can actually buy real gold by the ounce, buy the bar, and that is what substance is really based on. That's what money used to be backed by, gold and silver. They took away the gold and silver standard years ago. The 70s was the last time we had an actual back currency, and that was silver. But they took away the gold standard in 1913. You guys got to go do your homework. I'm not going to give you too much game on that because I don't want to get caught up, like I said, trying to give you some information that you don't understand. But do your homework. There is no substance right now backing the money. It's all you know, consumer confidence. But you know, it depends on, like I said, you live your life how you feel accordingly, man. The gold bars right now, an ounce of gold is roughly $1,670. So I'm not sure how much a bar is. I don't know if it's 10 ounces or 12 ounces. So a bar is pretty expensive. But when gold takes off, the last time gold made a run and silver, I don't know if you guys remember back in 2008 when the housing market tanked and the economy was in what they consider a recession. Gold went from roughly 300 something to 400 something dollars an ounce, all the way up to like almost 2,000. I want to say over $1,400 an ounce. So gold took off the last time the market hit. So hey man, do your homework. Chris Fallon, thanks for the donation. Yeah, gold's dropping in prices right now because the people that have gold who have leveraged themselves have to liquidate their gold to cover their line. A lot of people borrowed. A lot of people who operate on the market, they borrow. They leverage their positions. So they don't really have the money to trade. They use a marker, and when that marker is called, they got to liquidate. So if they have anything of tangibility, they got to get rid of it. So of course right now, gold and silver is dipping. But when all that's done and said, the price of these assets are going to go through the roof. Big Herd, thoughts on the coronavirus in prison, how it will affect the inmates, guards, especially since a lot of inmates are sick. Like I told you, man, they're locking down, man. I know somebody at a medical facility, they're locking it down for 30 days, man. The guys in there, they're trying to keep them isolated. They're not interacting, and basically for the next 30 days, most of the prisons, especially medical facilities, are locked down. And the guys in there who are basically under medical situations, no interaction with other inmates. So, am I still building hot rods? You know, I got a couple things in the works, but right now I'm kind of focused on some other things. The retail markup on diamonds is 400 cents. Yeah, diamonds is crazy, man. Big Herc knows what he's talking about, using leverage while trading, very hazardous. Yeah, it's a lot of people, man. I mean, guys who play big numbers, they do that though. They'll leverage themselves depending on who their broker is, and if they've done enough trading, they reach a certain category of trader where they can like basically extend themselves based on their experience. So they'll give them so much to trade, but when they lose and when the market tanks and they have to pay up, they start liquidating everything. You got a lot of guys who have, like I said, leveraged themselves in the market, and they're overextended right now, and they're having to liquidate a lot of shit to cover themselves. So a lot of people are very overextended. So, hey man, just food for thought, man. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. And if you're not feeling right, man, Go get in the steam room, air, heat yourself up, air yourself out, man, and take care of your health. And Emil, thanks for the donation again. Do you ever regret not getting away with the robbery? Not really, man. I wish I would have never done the robbery. You know what I mean? I wish I would have never got involved with it. I don't have any regrets, man. Even if I would have got away, there's no telling where my life would be at. I'm perfectly fine with my life right now. And, there's a bigger purpose. Things happen. And, I'm keeping it pushing, man. That's why I'm doing this Fresh Out. Hey, you guys, right now is a great time for you to go buy some Man in a Can. All you got to do is add water, add milk. You can get your protein. It's at freshoutseries.com. Go get you some Man in a Can. Get you some, you see it in the background back there, Man in a Can. Go get you some Yard Time. Hey, man, these products, you don't need to refrigerate them. Man in a Can, you keep in your closet, keep in your cabinet, and that way you guys can stay healthy. Get outside if you can. Do some type of exercise and don't sit in the house. Don't allow yourself to be miserable. Conversate with your family members, man. Love your kids. And stay positive, man. And like I say, try to figure out how you can financially benefit from this situation rather than think about all the negative stuff you hear in the news. You know what I mean? Stop watching the news. Go to the CDC.gov website. I showed you guys. Go down, scroll to your right, and look at the numbers. It'll tell you what's going on. What drugs? I don't do drugs, man. Yeah. Truth more than ever. From Brockton, Massachusetts. Hey, man, just get the shout-outs in. Shout out to Brockton, Massachusetts. Shout out to Sacktown. Shout out to everybody out there who tuned in today, man. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, I'm just sharing information, man. I'm not no guru. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm not a politician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not somebody that's going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm just sharing information, man. And today the main topic was sharing the CDC website. And, it's a government website. So do your homework. Cleaning business probably isn't demand right now. Hey, RIP to Roger Mayweather, man. We had a loss. Roger Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's uncle passed away today or yesterday, man. Rest in peace. Shout out Lompoc USP. Shout out to France. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to DPH 916. Shout out to Corona, California. Shout out to Moreno Valley. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to everybody who's been on our show, man. We appreciate all the great interviews. Shout out to Salinas. Shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Las Vegas. Shout out to Australia, 718. Montreal, Antioch, UK, Italy, Frisco, the 414, Santiago, Chile, 501, Durham, North Carolina, Colorado, Bakersfield, Fresno, Bedford, Massachusetts, San Francisco, Virginia, everybody, man, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Arvin, Cali, Toronto, 209, Delco, Pennsylvania, Texas, 559, Nova Scotia, NYC, Paris, Santa Rosa, Visalia, Seattle. Hey, man, everybody, bro, thanks for tuning in. Do your homework. Be safe out there. And talk to you guys next week, man. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, East Los. Hey, man, love all y'all, man. Stay positive. Big Herc 916, Fresh Out Prison Talk.